Floppy disk, not the one that looks like an X.
Yeah. What?
I'm putting porn in shit posting. Kiss my ass. Also, how would Raya sleep? I think she'd sleep like the bottom one personally, because snake.
So where we last left the party, they were being gathered up by the captain to decide on what sort of a mission they want to go on next. The captain is partial to doing a nice, calm, relaxing, almost vacation-like trip to a planet just to do some research and, maybe take some scans and get a little bit of passive income going. But there is also a treasure hunt that's been posted up on the board. It claims that it needs to have in the crew for the hunt, otherwise the captain accepts. There's been a mining job posted by the station itself to collect some minerals from 5 planetary orbitals. Any gases you could collect from a gas giant or local star help project of repairing as yet to be identified Terran space station.
That reminds me, does that station actually have a name?
The portion that had a attached to it got lost, and when the AIs were asked, they were just like, I don't know. It's not our job what the station's called. We just make sure it doesn't blow up. The only person that would have known what it was called is a part of a nanite swarm now.
That is now floating in space.
Somewhere in space. There's lots of things floating in space.
Space is a dangerous place.
True.
Did you imagine?
Don't want to try Uber one for free. Fuck, wait,
Vivian's pretty flexible. Most of those sound pretty good to her.
Yeah, there was one more, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Also, I got a new capacitor for my inline modulator, and I can now go even further on the control.
Excellent.
Yay.
So the way the vacation-like mission was described, that is that one of those plot hooks that I've been hearing about?
I don't know. Olyan's not here. It can't be.
That's a fair point.
Oh, we know which one he would be interested in.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it'd be really helpful, towards this scientist that's really interested in, if there's any living there. It's described as like a vacation planet or like a garden world. Olyan over there panicking.
Just funny hyperventilating in the back.
And not like mouth open, just through the nose, just.
And the nose twitch intensify.
Yes.
Twinch.
But I mean, pouring out asteroids and rogue planets isn't hard. It'd be quick money. Basically have a revenue until the end of the station project. Fast track that.
We could do that for sure.
If you guys want to collect gases from a gas giant, you're going to purchase a autocrawl unit. Go down and pick up mineral material.
Oh no, I'm staying away from gas giants.
What's wrong?
Well, then again, what kind of gas giants are we talking here? Like the methane kind? Like most of them
Well,
are
it
methane.
really
Now that I
depends
think
on
about it, never
what
mind.
class of the gas giant you go to. you're going to a brown dwarf, I mean, you're probably better off skimming the surface with on a tether. If you're going to like a subclass of gas giant that just happens to be so gravitationally dense that its atmosphere isn't allowed to escape, then you'd probably want to get yourself a not-a-crawl probe so that you can walk around on what little surface there's left and like pick up crystals that have formed. They're worth quite a bit.
Imagine
Or
high density crystals and things probably be worth a lot.
yeah, I freaking think diamonds are cool on the planet that we're from. How about when they rain from the sky?
That sounds painful.
I heard that there's actually a real planet out there somewhere that is so extremely reflective that they have theorized that it is entirely made out of diamond.
Well, that'd be one hell of an engagement. You just go down to the surface, place the ring on the ground.
Alright, baby, put it on. What?
All right, bye. See you. But wait,
This is also a divorce ring. What? Fuck!
now that we're married and I've proposed the biggest diamond in the entire universe, I'm taking half of your assets. Goodbye.
Shoots at me, runs away. How much gravity are diamonds? Well, diamonds are pretty fucking dense. I was gonna say, are they fucking dense?
It's
Yeah, no, they are
just a
very dense.
square lattice of carbon. It's not that hard to. There's materials that
Yeah,
are stronger.
oh.
It's just the stiffer you get, the more brittle it becomes. So it ends up just turning into bush. It turns
Well,
into a very stiff
tetrahedral
powder.
structure. A single diamond, a diamond could be a single molecule because it's a tessellating pattern.
That's fucking sick. Like,
You can sort of get the same effect with salt, can't you?
I think so, except it's a cubic structure instead of tetrahedral.
Oh, right.
But you know, the same thing applies. It can expand
I'm
infinitely.
about to spray someone
Why is that?
because nobody's doing anything, and I'm very curious to see what happens if I just go after party and sweat.
Oh no.
Horny.
Well, I gotta make my own fun.
Bird has achieved danger fluffies and is now exiting the area.
Well, you know, we could make a mineral with the atomic structure of a triangle.
Oh,
But why?
I suppose that's well. I guess so. It's kind of like tetrahedral, only flat.
Flatrahedral.
Background, just the menacing loading of a sort of semi-translucent hardened canister
The
full of
captain
a menacing sloshing liquid.
patiently
And
waiting for people to decide as they're looking at each other, not actually talking and saying things out of character.
Well, Vivian is going to express her interest in both the Planetside Mission and the resource harvesting. Resource harvesting can be quite lucrative and easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. I mean, I need to get some more time in that spacesuit. That thing's got to have better features than stitching my wings to each other.
Yeah, but how much would the automaton be?
Well, after we do the resource gathering, we could get the automaton.
I
Because we're
mean,
talking like, you know, like
it really depends on what model you get, but a lot of them are very tactile. I think you could get an autonomous one, but then you're reliant on some other artificial intelligence. Really trust artificial intelligence under 60,000 tons of atmosphere.
Not really.
and in charge of getting you money. What if it decides we don't need money?
Ducky.
See, we trust you with our lives, not with our money. This is a good thing.
Personally, I wouldn't mind the planet side one. The one where we're not in immediate danger of being crushed if something goes wrong?
Because eaten is better. I am small. Things like to eat small.
Yes, but you are fast.
So small.
You can also fly.
Yeah.
Kind of puts their hands up. Well, okay, technically not flying. It's more like gliding.
It's falling with style.
It's guided falling.
Kinda.
Oh, okay, I see. Lazy.
Flips wings out. You see my hands? You see the wingies? These are gliding wings. I don't have the super strong breast muscles for this to work.
The tiny little claw thing on the corner.
Yeah, a little 3-finger hand.
If you
Jake's
need
gonna
brute strength.
Pterodactyl have an
gently,
ass.
Jade is gonna just poke one of the little claws. Neat.
Just Grip's finger just gently flexes joint backwards. Remember, I might be small. And I might be quick. I am also a bitch.
That you are. She's just gonna gently shake her finger, just to watch the feathers just kind of ruffle some.
Eh.
Alright, I'll go let them that we're considering taking them. Planet's not too
Heck.
far away. It's only 5 days.
Cute.
After this
yes.
job, we might have enough funds to actually get another professional here and upgrade.
Yeah. Just might. So how long till we lift off, Captain?
Look down and left wrist, tap on it a couple of times, shake it next to his ear. I don't know, my watch is.
Say, if you had let me steal some, well, I guess if Station had let me steal some watches, I could have helped you with that. But no, those are somebody else's property. Ooh.
Hey, you wouldn't get caught if you didn't get caught. And with that, he's gonna
Why?
walk away.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's pretty good
No, where
logic.
you going? Just keep standing around. I don't mind. Inspecting the slow and menacing drip from the nozzle.
Oh yeah, let me put on some guys. I did this last session. I completely forgot the music.
You're like, oh yeah, I can do music.
Yeah.
Jade's just kind of, what you got there, Zitrin?
I have my stuff.
The smoothie.
Oh,
my knee.
It's a nice knee.
It's an abused knee.
And then I think I'll shower. And so she goes over to Creation Engine to get her shower on.
All
Oh
right.
no! Don't run away now. One of y'all
What's
can great.
what's that full of, bud? Pal, amigo, friend, compadre?
Yeah, right. Careful, you're about one more nomenclature away from being the target of my ire.
There you
Jade
go.
is just gonna, I'm gonna go do some research. And she's just
Textural
gonna
drone.
cuddle away.
The bird realizes that they are now the only one standing in the same room as Zitrun. I think I'm gonna go wait my turn in the creation engine shower. They did not have great showers, and it kind of walks off.
Yes. The Zitron just slowly takes pack off. That's how you get peace and quiet.
Jade is gonna test out her new fast internet speed and her new fancy fast cable by doing some research before they left off.
Oh man, it's like before you were moving through molasses, and now all your animations play faster, and you can like actually walk at a reasonable pace. And
Wow.
the idea of walking a single block isn't daunting.
Oh man, this is so much better. I love it.
Yeah, once you get above like 30 terabit speeds, You know,
Mhm.
it's like you're able to move around faster than your regular sprinting. So it's
Yeah.
pretty nice. And
Ye-
let's see. Now that you're running at a higher update rate, you can actually see a lot more things that your previous refresh rate just didn't allow you to notice. More websites have been unlocked.
Ooh, yay.
There's like, I guess the classic example is like there's a club on the corner that you actually couldn't before, and now it's so bright and gaudy that you wonder how you missed it.
How the hell? What? Okay, cool. I have to make a note of that. But yeah, she's gonna go on down into the deep, darker web and do some scavenging about for arcane knowledge or any information on it. She is still determined to do this.
Let me find. Yeah. Let's see. Tracks. Exonet. Where's Soulnet? More Soulnet. There's a lot of tracks for Soulnet. Here it is. Okay, it's in the synth section. So I was finding it.
Mhm.
Is there a little on the
I
nose?
like this one that's playing right now. It's very peaceful.
Yeah, ambient drones, pretty good. I should play it when you guys are in Warp, because we're gonna be there a while.
Wee-oo.
Okay, action dramatic soundtrack 4. Oh, that's 5. There we go.
This always reminds me of Unreal Tournament music. One of the
It kind of is a little like that.
Yeah, this is like Unreal Tournament 2 when you hear the fucking moaning ass announcer in the background talking about like legendary.
this one reminds me of the map called Gazpacho.
I actually enjoyed Unreal Tournament 3 personally.
I never got a chance to play.
The track is such a banger, though.
I'm missing 3 trophies on Elden Ring.
Alright, so, in addition to more sites being unlocked, once you actually dip down into the dark exonet, you'll notice a few more people looking your way than normal. It seems having a higher bit rate here attracts a lot of ungarnered attention.
Ooh.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge check.
Okay.
Arts. Fuck.
This and this. Oh, this is the wrong one. Where's it? Okay, yeah, here we go. 94.
Alright, that's pretty good actually. You remember, in your initial introduction to the Exonet, that the person that showed you how to actually get here was explaining that, people on the dark Exonet typically try to limit their bit rates to a pretty low standard so that you never really know, how fast someone's going to be able to update in response to whatever you're doing. So it's kind of like hiding your hand in case you escape or attack something.
Yeah.
And walking in with your bit rates really high is like putting a big red arrow over your head saying, "Come here, hack me." Which in itself is suspicious and might keep people from, coming over, but they also might just think that you're new to this and don't know what you're doing and are an easy target.
So is there a way to limit the bit rate?
Yeah, you can do it in your personal settings.
Okay. Well, she's gonna, before she gets too deep in, she's gonna back out and go lower her bit rate.
Okay, so you're backing out of a portal and lowering your bit rate.
Yes.
Alright, and are you going to go back in the same portal?
No.
Alright, smart.
I'm gonna find me a different one, cause that, and nope. Seeing all those people just kind of look, it's like, yeah, nah.
Alright, how far away are you gonna send yourself?
I'm gonna send myself a ways.
Okay, so like next terminal over, next station over, next planetary system, next
Next
solar-
station over.
okay, next station over.
Just to be safe.
That
People
takes
are
you
immediately looking at you.
5 minutes ish. And traveling distances in the regular exonet takes a lot longer because this is where, everything is.
Yeah.
There's more data to pass through. And it is kind of an unkept secret that traveling through dark web in all their forms is a lot faster.
Mhm.
But eventually you get there after about 15 minutes.
Okay.
And that's just one station over.
So that's where she will enter the dark net. Because she's not gonna. Because, things and stuff.
Alright. So you hop back in, and, you don't seem to have attracted any attention from this entrance.
This is good.
So you've sort of run out of leads on where to look at this point. What are you gonna do?
Drop the dice.
What did it land on?
Come back.
My
80.
foot.
It was the D100 I dropped, and it landed on 80.
Alright. Make a note of that.
Why?
No reason.
That's the second time you've had me do that,
Oh,
and it worries me.
I'm laid down.
And the unfortunate thing about these brain tentacles is even when you have one and you know it's there because I tell you it's there, it is completely untraceable unless you've been with them for a long time. So there's nothing that you get to know.
Yeah, you still have a sort of a one-way connection. Les has a two-way connection, and they're...
I like to spin in circles like spaghetti.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm a fork.
Well-
Use me.
Jade is gonna, she's gonna go and she's gonna start with, like, human emotions connected to anything. Like old Terran emotions.
It's a good place
Like
to
any
start.
research on emotions.
So, are you gonna... Oh, well, there's no search engine down here. That's right. that's kind of why it's the dark part. It's
Yeah.
you need a direct link.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're looking around for Terran emotions. How are you going about that? Are you gonna, like, join a unlinked chat room, or are you gonna go to, like, a specific website?
Gonna join a forum and see if anybody knows any sites like that. Like a
Alright.
directory forum.
So you head down to Rotten Onion,
Mm-hmm.
because it's got layers. And you ask your question on the forum, and you get a couple of responses within about a half hour of just waiting around. One response just posts a hyperlink, which that's not suspicious at all. And another response asks you why exactly you're looking into Terran emotion.
Because they whiny beaches.
Just gonna respond, doing some research.
What kind of research?
Just some
Research kind of.
research.
The naked kind?
Where did they? Oh, right. Oh, so you're one of those asexual types. Got it.
Not exactly. But it's a different type of research. Just curious about something.
Violently sexual? Yes, I am.
So, what are you, like, curious about the chemical composition of different emotions? The Terran mind? Are you curious about their facial expression? Are you curious about the way that it affects their mood?
The way they move.
She's gonna respond, curious about if any old Terrans had any kind of link between their emotions and the arcane.
I was pretty sad with the whole, Sigmund and Freud, or Siegfried and Roy thing, yeah, but, other than that, nah. Hey, you asked about magic.
I think someone's pranking you, bro. There are no Terran psychers.
It's literally a word that comes from humans.
Exactly.
And she's gonna type, not anymore at least.
Never were. It didn't happen.
Does Jade know better?
Go ahead and give me a smarts check.
Alright, let me bring my sheet back. Where's my mouse? Where'd my mouse go?
Chick.
Shut up.
Where'd my mouse
Oh.
go? Fuck.
Bad.
Why is it?
Bad read.
Wow.
Raw.
You squall me, bitch. I'll slap you.
Skitters up the fucking wall. Wow.
What's that? 35-foot effective range on the sprayer?
Joke's on you, 36 feet to the ceiling.
Completely forgetting his arms are, a thing.
It's 36 feet to the ceiling. Okay, so that's from the floor?
I failed to see your point.
There we go. Do I have any bonuses to smarts? Where is it?
I don't do you.
Yeah, this Jade's.
What?
I do have a +1 to smarts.
Aha.
1 plus 0 is still 1.
51.
I'm not. I'm a bitch. I'm sorry.
Okay, mark of fail. The most you've heard about human psychers is just like, the animes that you've watched and the, children's tales about, fairy godmothers and all that. You watched this one movie was one time called Shrek 2, and that had magic in it, sort of.
I need a hero!
There was an entire religion that got started because of those really fascinating historical bit of text before the glassing.
She's gonna think for a second. Well, were there any? What races had psychers?
Bruh, are you sure you're old enough to be down here?
I'm positive.
I should get that checked out.
Okay, well maybe you're just drunk. As a reminder, the Mantids had psychers before they were knocked back to the 1% line by the Terrans. And there's a few other species that might be of interest, like the Tyrannodad. But other than that, it's not really a common evolution. So I'm still trying to struggle here to figure out what exactly you're trying to find. And I get paid by the hour?
I'm just doing research on magic and the arcane.
Okay, well you're not gonna find anything like that on, the internet. And
Yeah,
if that's really
please,
what you're looking for, then this has been a waste of my time and money. And clearly not going to find anything that I have to offer, so user has left your channel.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
bitch.
She's gonna start looking into like the mantid powers, and the this Tyrannidad that he
It's
said.
Ronadad, yes.
Tyrannidad.
Ranadad.
Isn't that a place somewhere over in the Middle East?
Well, in Trinidad, if that's what you're thinking of.
That's Trinidad.
No,
She's gonna look
it's
into
not
the
Trinidad, it's Ronadad.
I was talking to Mega about that, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, that's what she's gonna look into now. The Tyrannidad.
Alright, well you'll have a chance to do that later, because that's
Okay.
about when the captain will come back for you. Vivian, you'll have had time to take your shower. Is there anything else you want to take care of before the captain comes back?
let's see. She would have. Well, she would have gotten her clothes clean while she was showering too, because two birds with one stone.
I gotta run and get something out of my car. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And if she has time to be alone, then she's just gonna hang out for a while with just my brain turned off. Derp.
Yep.
She's gonna hang out for a while, just relaxing without having to wear clothes for a while. Because why would she do that when there's no one to show them off for?
Right, exactly.
When one people come around, then she'll dress again so she can show off her clothes.
Damn, these drones are heavily biased to one side.
Oh, you mean like left to right?
Yeah.
I've got some songs that are like that too, yeah.
Like, I get it, you can layer sounds more effectively when they're biased, but like, let the person that's doing the mixing do that. So, you take your shower, you get all cleaned up on your nice new clothes, and then what?
Well, then she's gonna kind of be lazy for a while.
Fair
I don't
enough.
remember having anything specific that she wanted to do because she's still waiting on her gun parts to arrive. I suppose she could just kind of read through the process of installing them, just so she has it in mind when it eventually does arrive.
Yeah.
So basically, aside from that, she's just chilling, enjoying the quiet, and being comfortable.
Or would it be warming?
Could be doing that too, I suppose.
Alright, so Raven, you hop in the shower, and you're probably gonna be finishing up your shower by the time the captain gets back, so sit.
Yeah.
What?
Small and aggressive. What do I do? I think their mic is dead.
I think they might have gotten away from.
That could be true too. Or it
Well.
could be Discord doing the thing.
It could be Discord thing.
Well, Bedyard is going to, once they hop out and get cleaned after being cleaned, they just They're going to ask questions to the AI. Make me a suit that's the creation engine help wizard. Can you make me a suit that's just not pulling at every feather that I have?
Yes. Creation is able to make you a suit that isn't basically part of your skin. Because before it had a time crunch, and now it can take its time. And with that whole extra nanosecond of processing time that it's been allotted, it's able to give you an action that fits comfortably.
Yay! I will put this in my locker.
Oh, I can't sack tap you no more.
Hey, you know what? You a bright titty beach.
You just jealous because my titties light up.
I don't have titties.
I could get you some.
No, they get in the way of gliding.
No, you got titties. They're just really flat. Flat board.
Yeah, they're called pecs. Fuck you.
Doesn't even need a bra to wear clothes in public. Flat.
Yeah, I have vests. They're comfy. Yeah, that's my fluff out. Look at this. Kind of like flexes a little bit and undoes the top button on the button. Undoes a little bit of one of the top catches and just kind of fluffs up a little. Yeah.
Jimmy's gonna pet the fluff.
Alright.
Just,
So the captain will come back with a species you haven't really seen before. They appear to be like if you took a tortoise and removed the shell and replaced it with a thick, leathery hide covered in nodules.
Mitch McConnell?
Fucking A.
Ooh, what?
Mitch McConnell.
Oh,
He looks like an old turtle.
no.
Just feed me, poor people.
Shut up. Shut up, Badger.
They've got glasses on, because of course they do. How else would they indicate that there are an actual intelligent individual? And
They're
they
just cosmetic.
Yep. Doesn't even have lenses.
Jay. Oh, hello. Welcome to our motley crew.
What you call me?
What?
Kick your ass. Don't even know.
Vivian is going to make her way over and kind of straighten her vest a little bit and offer her hand to shake. It's nice to meet you. I'm Vivian.
They raise a very stump arm towards you, and a series of floating stones extend out and form the vague vestige of a Terran hand and shake hands.
Oh.
Nice. Other than a carrot. It's quite enough.
Jade's eyes are going to kind of widen at the seemingly floating rocks. Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it is very cool, actually.
Alright, man. My up. It like fuck. I just thinking of the name, and I was speaking so goddamn slow that it left my brain before I could say it.
Your brain had to clear up RAM for the fucking buffering.
Okay, hold. It's gonna take me a second to search through my trash bin here.
God.
Was it the foxes?
No, it was given to him by the Galgaxian. Not the Gygaxian, as in D&D. Galgaxian.
Very progressive of you.
Now, would any of us have heard of them?
I I believe the captain mentioned them once.
Yeah.
Exactly one time.
So it might sound familiar to people.
There is a potential for it to sound familiar. There's also a higher potential for them to just have not remembered it at all.
Should I do a smarts check to see if she remembers?
If it's something that you think your character would care about.
Yeah, I think she'd care. She'd be curious at least. So let's see what she gets.
Hey.
Uh,
Okay, the DICE website is working properly.
Ow!
she got a 90.
A
Ooh.
90. Yes, you will actually remember the captain said something about that. Specifically, you'll remember them mentioning that they were very technically advanced. They were usually at the forefront of technology.
Okay. So she's gonna basically perk her ears up a little bit at the mention. And then so she's gonna say, so it must be very advanced.
I'm not sure that orbit and gravitonic attraction. But as far as I've ever imagined, quite an impressive world transmitter in very high rate. And he'll hold one of them up to the side of his head with a small metal disc that, if it was under hair, you'd barely notice. It's about the size of a dime.
Ooh.
I see.
Apparently, Raven is not trying to be rude, but literally just doesn't care and is now just trying to put on their new suit. Like, just off to the side.
I even thought Planet going as strong at pressure. Not so great pressure does take the very wind fire.
Oh, cool. I might actually get some hang time. Nice to meet you.
Might
Raven,
have
by the
trouble
way.
coming down back. May need aid.
Oh, I have not had an issue falling before, but you probably know the place better than me.
It is not no particular deadly planet mission, yeah, but if that took the scan, not fire pass by, we will be performing full analysis of solid planet. At least whatever zone of planet. A vessel of this size and some rocky outcrop, perhaps. Yes, it's a little big for landing in a small opening in the forest. We don't have personal drop pods, that sort of thing yet, but that is on the. Maybe if we work together in the future, we'll be able to give you a ride and smaller. It's quite alright. I'm sure we're going to a different planet by Out of curiosity, where are the port? Captain, look around. If that they rode up onto the ship and the creation engine over there and all the crafting bench. Well, welcome to the crew quarters. Where
I've
are
just
the
been
beds
sleeping wherever I can find a comfortable spot.
and kitchen and must have a recreation? Simple wait, lift. Captain will kind of scratch his head. Yeah, well, I've kind of been doing things solo for a while, and nobody's asked.
Raven had kind of put their hand up. I believe the Terrans called it utilitarian. This might be taking it to an extreme, but it's very efficient.
I don't need a bed. I haven't slept in 16 years.
Oh, what thing?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It might have been the tumble I took out of a drop pod. But something is wrong somewhere, but no one can diagnose what it is.
I would always oppose pirate forces that ancient policy going to war. It's not even mandatory. It's
Well, I was born on Terra. I'm from Terra Sol.
well, I suppose can't help your up. Good that you survived whatever engagement. My heart goes out to those that don't come back.
Yeah. And she's gonna kind of like hold her like robot arm that looks human. Yeah. Survived at least.
They will kind
But
of float a couple of stones over to their I guess it's a sash. It's not really a scarf, but it's like wrapped around their neck once and then it's over their shoulder and it loops back up.
kind of like a shawl almost.
It's not really a shawl, it doesn't drape. It's like if you took a scarf and sewed the ends of it together.
Yeah, I think that's more of a sash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very loose hanging though. Like if they wrapped it around their body entirely twice, then maybe it would look like a, properly fitting sash. I don't know. It probably doesn't calling it a sash.
Yeah.
But he floats a couple of stones over it and runs it over the very smooth, silky material. Well, I may live quite a long time, but I look eager for their next grand adventure. All look very young, dry, and don't have very much time to sit around, eat old buddies like myself, at least without moving somewhere.
I personally like speaking with people that are much more knowledge than myself.
Ah, well, here's your first bit of knowledge. Whenever an old person says that, start but yes.
It's a fair point. I'm gonna live forever, so we can do this whenever.
Yeah, well,
I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready as well. Is it turn?
I'm sorry, you done lollygagging?
What has Zitrin been doing while the captain went and got this individual?
Probably gonna hurt the hell out of my stomach from eating this. Oh my kidney, that's gonna hurt. But fuck you, I want cheese. Let's see. Reassemble that. We're in the clear. Nobody got sprayed. Unfortunately. What the hell is that blood? Oh, no, that's chili. Thought it was blood on my hand. What? It was cool and it was brownish red.
God damn it.
What's usually warm?
What's the smell? It's chili.
That. I hope you cut jalapenos at some point and forget and itch your nose. Not your eye, not your junk, but your nose. Just your nose, like the left nostril.
I had a buddy make something
All
out
right,
of
well, that buddy can wait.
Okay.
He's just been being, well, I'd say productive for him. Mostly just checking all of his belongings. And also already trying to figure out, well, I don't know, how one goes about expanding a ship. And that's why he's consulting the books that he purchased.
Ah, yes, books. Books for learning how to code and how to actually program. Yeah, what was it? Medical bot that he got. That's right.
He wants to install that motherfucking medical VI, but it's taking read time.
It do take quite a bit of time. You know, contrary to the station, it's not as simple as insert USB the correct way. It's like, okay, so first you have to set up this vat, right? Then you're going to take the solution full of T cells, okay? And then you're going to take the starting mycology and you're going to put that in the vat with a solution of 10% T cells. Now you're going to need a gram scale for this.
10% your T cells.
Listen,
I think
Like, they fucking expect me to grow a brain?
like I said, productive little lizard in the background.
Yeah.
Don't take time. My stomach's probably gonna hurt. Might even puke tonight because chili cheese fries. But I was starving. I'm sure. I don't think I will because yesterday I had buffalo sauce, and that's one of the worst things to have if you're vomit prone.
I'm sure the discussion of burrito baguettes wasn't helping that hunger at all.
Nope,
I'll be right back.
not at all.
Damat.
Alright.
I mean, I've put most of it down, and I don't feel nauseous at all. And my stomach's been rumbling all day prior to even eating anything. And I think that's just because it's recovering from whatever the fuck infected it.
Okay, so the captain leads the Tweedle up the ridge area and, indicates for everyone to come along. Once everyone's situated, they'll sing their little startup sequence, and you guys are off in hyperspace.
Yes.
You're currently traveling at sublight, and takes a little bit of warming up, but then you guys get up less velocity, and the shaking stops, and the warp tick gets a little easier. I'm still gonna need everyone to roll their dice for it, and don't forget if you have a headband.
What dice again? D100?
It's a D100, yeah.
Okay, dokie.
Vivian will wear her psychic shielding headband.
I got a 72.
93.
90, and
Weird.
Let's see. 49. Was this what was this? Severity?
yeah.
Didn't you have one of the headbands?
She does have a headband.
Beard is going to turn their headband on.
Does she remember to turn it on? Let's find out. Yes, she does. Okay.
The Beard fires theirs up as well. Just like, nah.
Alright, and what did Raven get?
The 62.
Okay.
And so they can set theirs to a specific number.
Yeah, you can crank it up to a certain value, but the more you crank it up, the more uncomfortable it gets.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah.
I think what she would do is she wouldn't crank it up all the way. She would bring it up to like 20 or something.
Okay.
Because she doesn't think that full blast is necessary. Now, would that add 20 to her severity roll on that, or?
Yes.
Okay, so that would have brought her to what did I roll? Okay, I rolled a 49, so that would have brought her to 69.
Nice.
Okay, so everyone to handle the transition warp space pretty well, except for Vivian, but after they crank their headband up a little higher than it was set to previously, the effects start to wane off, and they're able to handle it.
So was that a fail?
It was a fail until you turned the headband up, yeah.
Okay, so I will mark it. That is her first fail on that.
Oh.
And would that take a charge off of the headband?
Because it's actually getting here, yeah.
Alright. I'll do that.
Jade didn't turn hers on.
Raven
like
has his
to-
on, but because it's not actually getting to pass a check, it maintains it.
Yeah. It's just kind of passively there. It's to take the edge off, not to fully negate. Just kind of a make the go away.
What kind of an effect was it this time?
That's
That
right.
dice
What
versus
is it?
this
Is
die.
it dick? And like it
on
has
this
randomized effects.
card. Interesting. Also, no.
What?
So if you failed, this warp would have made it feel like your tongue had hair on it, just all
Ugh.
over it. Just like a straight up coat of fur just grew on your tongue. And, it went all the way down your tongue to like the back of your throat. So it's just there constantly, just like,
That's wicked grody.
Like my tongue just got moldy.
Okay. So you guys are traveling now. Like I said, it takes 5 days in warp. You've already passed your checks. You don't need to make one again. The other 4 days. What are you gonna do?
Install that fucking VI.
That sounds constructive.
It does. Go ahead and give me a smarts check.
Yeah, check out an instruction manual.
You do. It
But are
only
you
gives
smart
you a
enough to
bonus.
utilize it?
It's the anti-stupid book. Apparently I got a 90.
Alright. And with your bonus, that's actually going to be enough that figure out the proper ratios, put everything into the solution, and slot it into and plug it into an outlet, power it on, and it starts automatically going through the process of gestating a unique AI mind, particular case that you programmed it for.
Well, if it's a particularly involved process, Vivian would help out. Otherwise, she'd probably help somebody else out with whatever they needed. She doesn't really have much going on herself, so she's trying to be helpful.
It's not a particularly involved process. It's a lot of measuring mostly. So Vivian would have printed them out a gram scale and a volumetric, what is it, like a measuring cup.
Using Vivian's back as a measuring table.
Yeah,
Exactly. Gyroscopically stabilized. Or
Yep.
catroscopically stabilized, my bad.
Yeah.
Bird would be utilizing the relatively larger cargo hull open area of the ship for gliding practice. Gotta get them wingies stronged up again.
All right.
Print up some weights, lay on his back, and do some exercises.
Do some flap exercises.
Just falls the fuck out of the sky and breaks a wing. Ah, termite!
Oh no, you gotta start small. Start with like fishing baits. One in each wing claw.
Lord. Bird doing, well, weighted gliding then. Just, yeah.
All right. How many hours are you spending on that?
About 4.
All right, give me a +1 glide.
+1 fly speed.
Yeah, put that in character. Whenever I ask you to roll speed for flight, +1.
Alrighty. I think I might retcon the beak off of Burb.
Oh,
Not a fan of the toucan click clack.
Oh, it's nice, but I don't know. I'm still trying to solidify the design.
I like the beak.
I liked it.
It's adorable.
Maybe not a proportionally sized one, just a bit on the smaller side.
Yeah. I know Jade is going to be. She's going to sit away from everybody, but she's going to be sitting and trying to get that feeling she felt back through her arm that one time that she had it, go off with the gun. She's going to just be sitting with her arm raised, eyes closed, trying to focus on that feeling, try to get it back, see if she can find it again.
All right. So go ahead and get a.
Okay. Let me move my plate. What is that? Plus. What was it? +1? Now come back. Yeah,
I just
it's at
realized this is
80 with a +1.
A what?
79 plus 1, 80.
80. Okay.
the most money at any one time that Raven has had.
He probably doesn't know what to do with it.
Just kind of holding on to it, like.
So you're holding your arm out, trying to focus on that feeling that you had before, and you're getting sort of close, but there's just something that maybe you're just not doing it right, or maybe you're just remembering wrong. It was a pretty tense moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear the captain nearby. Gretchen.
She's gonna open her eyes and look up at him. Oh, hey, Captain. I'm trying
Hey.
trying to remember from something that happened when we first went on the station. When I felt that, like a wave of, like almost like electricity go down my arm, and that's what caused that the concussion gun to rupture. I'm trying to see if I can get that feeling back. Maybe there's a connection or something, but I'm missing something. I just don't know what.
always go back and bioscan time.
Yeah,
Did record all that.
you're right. I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Kat. So Jade's gonna get up, do a little stretch, and then she's gonna go see if she can play the feedback on her from that moment.
Alright. So, you're watching the helmet cam, and it's a real shitty image quality you got here. Like,
Mhm.
black and white, and as you get deeper into the station, it gets... And, wouldn't you know it, but right as the centipede thing attacks, the image cuts out, and the audio just goes static, and you can just barely make out the sound of the shot going off, or it cuts back into focus, and it's still, that shitty static image.
Well, she's gonna look at her biosigns then, like right when the shot was about to go off and when it does go off.
Loss of signal.
Love plots.
I do remember I was afraid. Fear. Ignore that.
Just bird. Who threw a can at me?
It was an empty Pringles can that just fell off my desk.
Pringles. We're not sponsored.
Yeah. Pringles.
Porngles?
They're not even potato.
She's gonna go and tell the captain. I looked back at the data, but right when the shot happened, the feed and everything cut out. There's no video, audio, or biosign readings from when that happened.
Vivian was recording a lot of Soulnet spikes when it happened. Got one off.
Maybe. That's what she's gonna go and see if she can match up times when the shot went off with the SoulNet chart.
It's a little tricky because you gotta play back data on devices at the same speed. But you managed to get it close enough that you're able to confirm that yes, there was a significant spike in Soulnet data when the shot went off.
There was a major spike here, right when the shot was going. I wonder if it would still be dangerous to connect the SoulNet on the station.
You're gonna have to speak up to the microphones. Over
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Jay's just wondering to herself if it's safe to enter the SoulNet on the station now that the station is fixed and almost fixed and secured. But she was
the question next time you're there.
Yeah. But yeah. But after looking over the data, she's gonna go sit back down and she's gonna see if she can reimagine that situation and try to get a hold of that fear that she felt at that time. Kind of like putting herself back in that situation in her mind. And remembering what she saw, that almost zombified version of her. Ah, fuck. Come back here.
Get
That on a D 10 was a 1.
Ouch. That club's
Yeah.
gonna hurt. Carry on.
What club? But yeah, so she's gonna sit back down, close her eyes, hold her hand up, and again, she's gonna try and re-get that feeling of fear and heightened state, that heightened fear state.
She's gonna arc some vital components.
No, she's aiming for a chair, like just a normal like chair for like a guest, but making sure she's away from everybody.
I mean, they would be down in
Is all
navigation,
this
you know.
happening?
Yeah.
Is all this happening simultaneously while Vivian's helping Zitroom?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So they might see Jade like off in a corner, just sit, crisscross applesauce with her hand up and eyes closed.
Just as a side
Captain
note.
talking.
Oh.
Yes.
Beep boop.
So I think at one point Vivian's gonna Zitroom. What do you suppose she's doing over there?
I don't know. But I have to say, something that could probably best be acquired by, being as aggressive as possible for no reason at all. Or maybe she's trying to redo whatever weird stuff that made her emulate Olin and think that I am magical. Or she's just looking for money. That's why her hand's out.
No, her hand isn't like up.
But shut your fucking face. I know. It's a goddamn commentary.
Okay. But yeah, she's just gonna be there.
So I think at some point Vivian's like, maybe you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Focus on a different thing.
Like picking up
Great help from Vivian there.
Focus on a different thing, like picking up this goddamn medical VI Zephyr portal.
What?
Heavy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continuous assembly.
Focus on. What if I try to draw energy in first? Because if I don't have any power, it might be like a battery. If there's no energy in, there's no energy going to be going out. So she's going to hold up her hand and close her eyes again, see if she can do something like that.
Like what?
See if there's any, like, in her mind, it's like some kind of mystical energy in the air to draw in.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know anything about mana or anything like that. She just thinks it's some kind of mystical energy that's in the air.
Just in a slightly squawky bird voice. You must let the power flow through you. Then swoosh as flies by.
Yeah, you okay? Vivian, are you alright? That sounded painful.
Oh yes, I'm fine.
Hey, would you mind if I sprayed you?
I think I would mind.
Damn it. What if I fixed the... Wait, hold on.
Alright. Shadow, go ahead and get a March.
Smarch check. Oh no, runaway dice.
Uh-huh.
That's what
You need like a shoebox or something.
we really do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
All right,
so
you want me to
what,
re-roll it, or do you?
what number was it?
You've lost like 6 dice today.
What came on it was 77 total, counting the dice that flopped off.
Ouch.
What else? What else?
Alright, so what's your severity check?
You said smarts check.
Yeah, it was a smarts check.
So did you want me to re-roll those dice, or was the 77 for that?
Re-rolled the dice.
Okay. 60. 59 plus 1.
The whole bowl.
You succeed in draining your arm quite painfully.
Forearm
Managed to
cramp.
give yourself a cramp.
Did you? Ow, cramp.
Cramp in your motor arm. Wait.
No, she's using her fleshy arm for this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guess who's got healing?
I'm healing like a Monday.
You
They'd
know,
probably
Jade,
hear
I'm starting to get kind of concerned. They've been getting enough protein.
Yeah. I've been eating plenty of like chicken and meat, and drinking water.
Arm still hurts.
Ah! They are. I got a cramp.
Why don't you, I don't know, rent yourself a hammock, bed, and get a few hours.
A
Wait,
few hours of
a
what?
few hours. Shit. That's what. It,
Yeah, pretty much. But okay, Jade's gonna print her out like, you know those like. Well, she's just gonna print her out a hammock.
I do those. Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna print her out like one of those like folding military cots. Dirk knows what I'm talking about. Those green ones.
Heh, the ones that are somehow colder than the surrounding atmosphere when you lay on them? Yes.
Yes, they're fucking amazing, aren't they?
Not in the middle of
Oh.
goddamn winter, they're not.
So doggone cold.
But she
Good
went against
son
that.
of
Decided to
crap.
get her a hammock.
You need to do a underquilt for your folding military cot. Keep all the backdraft away.
Or just
doesn't help. It is
It helps
made
when-
of coldness.
it helps when you have a 3-system sleeping bag.
Look at me, I have fucking multi-billion-dollar healthcare.
Remember, it's unhealth care when it's in my hands.
Brr.
You're the kind of guy that likes a fucking mummy bag.
I do. I love fucking mummy bags.
Look at that.
God damn
Poncho.
called it.
What's wrong with mummy bags?
They're goddamn uncomfortable and it's
Those
death
things
if
are-
you wear.
Look
No.
at that.
Those things are comfortable as fuck.
Look at that rain poncho.
Poncho liner.
Oh yeah, that
Fleece
poncho liner.
Fucking whoopies. I love my whoopie.
Yeah, it's a weird way to pronounce fleeced poncho liner.
You know what
Yeah,
I
that
want?
fleece
I
poncho
want
liner.
a sleeping bag that's like a full body suit, like a boiler suit. You know,
Mhm.
the hood.
And feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But either way,
you ain't even gotta get out of your bag in the morning. You can just start walking around the campsite.
yeah.
I need a sneed.
How bad?
But Jade is gonna print her off a hammock and hang it up somewhere that's out of everybody's way, and she's gonna pick up her computer and do some shit posting.
Alright, so Jade's doing that shit posting, and The fucking guy in the Lorax got totally fucked over by his family, though.
They did, though.
Like, he had a sustainable business model going, and they're just like, okay, but cut down the trees, though.
Get rid of all of your supply.
Yeah.
It was a lesson in economics, and also a catchy song. That Let It Die rendition was far better, I thought.
But, yeah.
Okay, ow.
Jade's not gonna jack in. She's gonna actually use her laptop, like how laptop is supposed to be used.
I guess you're actually using the key.
Yeah.
You're gonna make your laptop VI blush.
Don't
You're gonna make Doki VI over there jealous.
worry, I'll
here
play with.
pushing all their buttons.
Don't worry, I'll push her buttons. later.
Laptop moaning at you.
Just reach over and toggle a light switch a few times.
Because I could just hear it. Just click, click, click.
It's like, wait a minute.
Hits enter key.
You just got Raven just kind of gliding by again, just... Captain, Jade's being weird at the ship.
No, that's my VI. I haven't used the keyboard in so long. It feels good to him.
That's not helping. just in the background, just gentle swoosh noise.
Gimple.
Mooch.
Are any of his feathers falling out while he's gliding?
No, he's a
Probably not.
healthy burb.
That's something you gotta like pluck out manually. It gets it.
You fucking pluck one of his feathers, you're gonna rip your damn nose off.
Jade's not gonna do that.
Good. Don't.
Well, while she's there, she's not going into the dark web, but she's gonna use the just like the net to look up Tyrannodad and Galgaxians.
So the Tyrannodad are a species that looks like if you took a cow and kind of gave it an extra section that sits more upright, and basically a squid for a face and a head. They're an interesting. Oh yeah, and instead of like 4 legs or like arms, upright torso, they've got like almost crab-like appendages. They're claspers in actually digits instead of, but they still have that one big walk-off point on the outside edge.
From a less civilized time in the creature's developmental history. When this sorry. I'm not a very good David Attenborough.
I just see. Sorry, I gotta send this to you guys in shit post. It just fucking got sent to me out of nowhere.
Oh no.
The bottom part. It's so fucking stupid. Sorry, it's just Jesus fuck. Lord. Oh my god. What the fuck is my goddamn sense of humor? That was that funny to me.
Search your nipples, you know it to be true.
Search your nipples, you know it to be true.
They're dumb.
But anyway,
Tire.
Jade's gonna do a little bit of research on the Tyrannodids, see if they have any kind of like mystical arts or magic, whatever. What they claim it to be.
A superior understanding of the material plane. Okay, I understand that would be a reasonable way to control something, but it's such bullshit.
I'm looking at the post that you.
It's on Telegram.
What?
The shit post on Telegram. That's the one I was talking about. I see. Raven finally seen it.
She wasn't the county penis inspector. She lied.
A button that makes them go.
Yes, pretty much all of them. The entire fox is a button. It makes it go E.
They also have a proximity sensor. A proximity sensor.
Gotcha.
Is that
All
Yuri
right,
in her, like,
that's
40
enough
years?
internet for today.
Okay. We're sailing away.
We're getting copy struck again.
In the open sky,
God damn it.
as the stars whiz by.
We might be retarded.
I looked into the void. It looked back, and it only had one thing to say. Ah.
It only had one thing to say. I like chocolate.
God.
It only kept singing about Daisy, but my name is Gregory! No! Gregory! Hitting it with a wrench.
Well, Jade's gonna be researching the Tyranidads for the
Right. So I described what they'd look like.
yes.
They are a rather old species, if I'm remembering my lore correctly. I might be misnaming them, but that I described, I know I'm actually giving them the correct here. They're one of the oldest. They're the head of the Universal Council of, essentially. If they wanted to, they actually control a overwhelming majority of the council seats. So if it was in their best interest, they could force a vote to pass, but for a majority of cases, their decisions have been relatively split. But they have some not so great tendencies towards those that serve under them. They will go to a freshly developing planet of some sort that's developed some form of sapient life, uplift it genetically, and alter their genes, except a specific chemical binding that releases whatever the species version of dopamine is instantly, and they'll get them addicted to that, and that will become their new currency. And a lot of times, species end up essentially being a planet-wide slave race, and the Trinidad will rip a lot of the full materials out of a system or create before going through a mass exodus of the sapient species from that planet and taking them the next system over to do it all again. This isn't an uncommon thing. A lot of the other species in the universe will do something similar, though not with genetics or with negotiation contracts or promises of future gain, or they'll claim themselves to be gods or something. Humans and the Terrans in particular are rather opposed to this mentality, and oftentimes when they come across one of these colonies, they will liberate them, and these species are usually so grateful for this once they realize what's actually going on and the drugs that they were on start to wear off, that they end up sending many of their own members serve in the Terran militaries to liberate more planets, and a lot of these liberated locations end up being heavily contested tourist locations for a lot of the companies. And of course, the legal firms have lots of fun situations.
Hmm.
So, being that the Trinidad are kind of in a position of power, people are kind of mixed opinion of them. A lot of the species in the universe have the Trinidad to thank for them being in a technological and mental state that they are, but that statement can be taken in a positive or a negative light.
Mhm.
The Galgaxians, for their part, have remained mostly neutral, having reached a starfaring level on their own, realizing the communications amongst the stars were a trap by the Trinidad, and opting to develop in secret. And they've devoted themselves largely, but not entirely, to the pursuit of science. They're not completely emotionless, but a large portion of conversation with them is going to be rather flat and statistical.
Mm.
They mostly focus on studying species, and they're not above abducting individual members and performing tests on them.
Okay.
One of their longest running research projects is figuring out some sort of disease or a biological agent that the Terrans don't already naturally have a reaction. Because I'm sure if you've done any amount of research into the human immune system, that shit's fucking scary.
Very quick.
It's super fast.
From what I understand, it kind of cheats by trying to have a predictive matrix of
It
anything.
literally has an answer to every single combination of disease that you could possibly encounter. It just has to go find it before you die.
Mhm.
Oof.
And the whole reason you get more susceptible to disease as you age is like the factory that's making those cells kind of
Like,
starts to deteriorate, and the failure rate of, the proteins that get produced that are not going to kill your own body starts to kind of rise beyond a certain threshold, and you literally start attacking yourself.
Oof. Yeah, it's a self-destructive thing.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, humans theoretically could live longer. There's a lot of stuff you'd have to do for that, though.
Mhm.
Extending the telomeres is a nice option.
It would
So,
be a
but
nightmare.
nothing that Jade's really looking for, but it's full information.
This is the public information that's out there on the regular web.
Yeah, and she told the captain that she wouldn't go onto the dark net while they're on the ship, so she's not going to.
Appreciates that.
Well, Jade may be many things, but she keeps her word. Mhm.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
It's,
are there any other, that you're going to look into? Any other websites you're gonna go back to?
Um, um,
time for more
not.
taxes.
Nah, she's not gonna do any taxes while everybody's on the ship and awake. she might actually see if some of the older gentlemen that got on the ship, the researcher,
Mental gen.
The mental gen.
if what is their field of expertise?
They are a biologist and a ecology.
Okay, so he might know something about Terrans, older Terrans. So she's gonna, after looking at those, she's gonna close her laptop and she's gonna, if he's still awake, go over to them. Excuse me. I was wondering if I may talk with you for a moment.
Yes.
Do you know anything about old Terrans?
Afraid medical have terror.
Because, well, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could possibly help me with something, or at least help identify something that happened. Well,
Wait, hold on. Can the mic actually hear what I'm saying? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know you guys can, but it doesn't always pick up on OBS.
Yeah.
Oh. OBS
Yeah.
slightly eroded.
Well, when me
Stop talking about
and
me. I'm not
a couple
right.
of the crew went onto the station before it was here, there was a moment where I felt this dread, pure fear, and I don't know what happened, but there was like a electrical charge that ran down my arm and caused the weapon I was using to detonate.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But I went to look back at the data from the suit, but everything went offline. No video, audio, or biosign feeds from the suit when that happened.
Well, that's rather.
Yeah, but the only thing that I could get was there was a massive spike in the soul net when it happened.
Well, I don't know anything about soul nets. I'm not very techy myself. It's still doing it.
What's it doing?
It's snapping, I guess. It's not opening at the right time.
Huh. Okay.
Like, it's probably cutting off like the very my word. Try that. I'm. No, see, it's not even. Fuck.
Technical difficulties.
Your inferior voting. Whoa. Not me.
Maybe if I send it this direction.
Oh,
It
boy.
OBS. It works well when, doesn't hate you.
OBS does work well, it's just I don't know how to use it. Because I never looked up any tutorials, I've just kind of been winging it.
That makes two of us.
Winging it. Winging
I
it.
get it because Raven has a wing.
So
Just-
if I leave the settings here, it picks up my voice really well, but then it's also picking up like the background constantly. So I guess that is the lower sensitivity there. So if I push it up to 50 instead of 90, is this a good enough threshold? I guess this is a good enough threshold. I don't have to shout at it, but then I can speak really lowly. I don't like how variable that is, though. I'm only changing the tone of my voice a little bit, and it's throwing it all over the scale. And I don't like how it's picking up like super small noise on the mic. Let me throw the sound suppressor back on.
Pop
Noise
filter.
suppression. Noise suppression 30.
200%.
I guess that works, and it's pretty responsive now. Man, all those older videos probably sound like shit. Be a shame if I posted those to YouTube already. Oh well.
Isn't there by chance slave mongering foxes in the universe? Just like, this is completely out of character. I remember that thing I did that amused you of like in that one playthrough on my 4X, and I was just wondering,
Oh,
there are
foxes that don't like their ears touched?
foxes that will literally declare war on anyone for touching their ears and also enslave everyone that isn't a fox because
Well,
fox supremacy.
there's
You're not allowed to
that
call them free either.
fox starting player species that was on the list.
So it is possible there's a sect of foxo slavers. Highly
Fox
xenophobic foxo
supremacy.
slavers. Pups.
Is that toxic masculinity?
Got.
Alright, continue. I'm sorry. It was just so random. Like, wait.
Okay, so what were we talking about before I got interrupted by my own sound design eye
Jade,
twitch?
Jade, told him what happened on the station.
Okay. Well, I can't say for sure exactly what happened to you without observing it myself. And since you claim that the audio and video bioscans are all cut out, presumably I wouldn't be able to get any information from that. Was there anything strange about the station? Something in the air, or something that wasn't supposed to be there, perhaps?
Maybe Citroen, or maybe Citroen's camera or audio picked something up. I can double check that, but I'm not sure. But the only thing that I can remember from that moment was just this impending fear of dread, overwhelming.
Fear is quite a powerful emotional state. It is the major driver for most species. Perhaps it was driving you to overperform, and maybe that's what you were experiencing.
Maybe, I don't know. But I felt a little different after that. Like I had gained something, but I just don't know what I gained. But thank you for the talk.
Yes, what was your name again?
Oh, Jade. Amano.
Ah, well met.
She's gonna give a smile, and she's gonna go and see if she can get Zitroon's video feed from that time.
Alright, so you pull up the video feed, and the audio's there, and you're definitely shouting at it, and that's
Mhm.
certainly a gunshot, but,
Right.
the video feed isn't there.
Hmm.
You can see Zitroon's biological data there. It looks pretty standard compared to all the other combat that he gets into in the recording.
Yeah. Yeah. But did the gunshot sound louder than it should have been for what it was?
Give me a smarts check and perception
No.
Fuck.
And the luck.
Shut face.
and a sanity. And
I'm still not sure Mothman's real, if we're being honest.
Shut the hell up.
every time I post one of these videos to YouTube, for some reason Jade's voice just completely absent. Yeah, just mass hallucination, I think.
Uh-huh.
They are
So
pretty
first
enjoyable
is
hallucinations.
smart. Is a 69.
Alright.
Yay.
And perception. I got a +2 to my perception. 59.
Not so nice.
Okay, so you're able to figure out how to isolate the sounds of the gunshots from the different encounters, but playing them all back next to each other, the audio quality is just not good enough to really thanks brain, to really tell if the actual loudness of the bullets being fired is any stronger.
So.
Like the sound of the one is just too distorted to tell what's noise and what's the gunshot.
Yeah, I'd, fab you up an example live, but I probably don't want to overwhelm listeners with straight audio of a wav of a bullet being fired, max volume
Fine.
recording.
Just wham!
Flashbang?
Headphone wiring.
Jade's gonna see if she can find the diagnostics to see if they can tell what happened to their suit at that time.
Alright, well, I believe after the first encounter, it got... Let's see, it wasn't a full breach, but it took some pretty decent amounts of damage. It was definitely some form of plasma, most likely electricity. It wasn't intense enough to actually breach the integrity of the material. And then, of course, later you had major lacerations through the material of the suit.
Yeah. But that's what she's gonna focus in on, is that plasma. Right there. Hey, Captain, if you're not busy, I did find something. I was looking through at the diagnostics, and right here, it says there was a discharge of plasma in my suit, or at least coming from it.
Oh, interesting.
But I didn't have time that could either produce or harness plasma. So there's got to be something.
The captain will kind of take you aside. Look, why are you looking into all this stuff? Like, why exactly are you interested in it?
Because
I'll be right back.
I've always heard the fairy tales and the old tales from some fairy tales before Terra Glass was glassed, and just I am intrigued with all the stories of the arcane and everything that it can do. I was hoping that maybe if I found a way to use it, maybe I could actually get some sleep. Because I've been to several doctors and none of them can find out what's wrong with why I can't sleep.
And do you think this magic is going to be able to help you sleep?
If nothing science-oriented can, then maybe magic can.
I could take you to one of the roleplay planets if you really think the magic is going to help.
Roleplay planets?
Like, the one that Zitrun is from, or the one that I grew up on.
Not recommended. Oh, wait, for wherever he's from, yeah, not where I'm from. Too much sand. Too hot.
Captain will take Shadow further aside.
Not his fault that he had to go get something from the fucking creation engine. Think it's simple to assemble a fucking brain? He's been actively doing things for over, like, fucking, I don't know, name an hourage.
4.
Yeah, about that long, probably. He's got. All I know is there's a monkey wrench taller than him now.
Seems about right.
And it's just this giant monkey wrench just so he can put on the end of a tiny spanner and.
I've come across some dead ends and some stuff that I didn't think I'd come across in my research, but I know I'm getting there, but I just don't know, Captain. I haven't slept in so long, I don't know if I could even dream again. Or if I'd wake up. So part of that scares me.
How long were you in the army?
How long would you say she was in? About 4 years before she got discharged?
Yeah, it was 4 years.
4 years.
Alright. I'm gonna show you some things. And you're gonna tell me if any of that seems familiar.
Alright.
Looking for notes. Just real quick.
Damn it.
I think it's in saved messages. I'll do a search real quick.
Why? I'm actually struggling in real life to try and separate the sticker. Why? Why is it so fun? My nails are not good enough. My fingers are too big. I can't grab it.
The beard is returned.
Oh.
Weird.
Okay, apparently my phone is having a real hard time with Telegram right now. There we go.
Yay, I did it!
My mom shot herself in the hand with my dart caster, and it stinged, and it made me laugh.
Perfect. Come on. I was rolling low on separating that sticker from the piece of cardboard it comes on. Like, in reality here.
Yeah?
Roll
I was just-
better.
I got it off, but it's like, what the fuck? I have been trying for like 5 minutes.
God. Damn it.
You mean the thing that you just sent me, Dark?
Huh? No.
Oh,
Did I
you
send you
carry
it?
the potential.
No.
You carry the potential to become an insane monkey. Reveal the
No,
information.
that's no. That's a fortune cookie.
Okay.
We all have the potential to be insane monkeys.
Okay, so the captain's gonna go over to the creation engine and he's gonna, scan his palm on the face plate of the touchscreen, and a few items are gonna pop out. He's gonna pull out a double-toothed chain sword, only one chain, but it's got 2 sets of teeth on it, and inscribed along the blade in English, not standard Terran, is the
English?
words, "I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me." And then he pulls out a heavy bolter that, again, in English says, "I do what I must, not because I can, but because it is what's right."
Hold on. I'm trying to type all that down. I do what I must. Because what?
Not because I can.
Not because I can, but it's what I must, or
Because it's what's right.
because it's. Right.
Yeah. I do what I must, not because I can, but because it is what's right.
Okay, and what was the first one? I can do all things
I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me.
through spite, which. Okay. I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me.
Alright.
Okay.
The next item he pulls out is a set of power gloves, which each have an arrowhead-shaped patch on the back of the palm with text that reads in standard, "The thick end comes next." Or,
Okay.
sorry, it doesn't say that in standard. It says that in Latin.
In Latin.
Yeah.
Jade's gonna look over these 3 items.
Yep. And then he takes the jacket that he's had on since he went onto the station off, and he sets it over the creation engine. And on the back, in every single language that's been translated, is written, "Follow me." Or, no. That's on the inside of the jacket. On the outside of the jacket is every pre-glassing Terran language. So you've got, French, German, Japanese, Polynesian, Portuguese, all of them. On the inside, it's all of the translated languages.
Okay.
Alright, so those are the 4 items that he shows you. Okay. So, do you recognize any of these?
So, do I have to roll anything so that Jade rolls it?
Yeah, that'd be a smarts check real quick.
Okay.
At
Smarts check.
disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. Smarts. I got a +1 to smarts. Okay, that's 68, and the next roll is 66. Okay, so 66 for the low roll.
Yeah.
Yes, more whoosh. Mike must be blown off.
Alright.
Water.
So,
Water.
that's going to be a fail. But you do remember in that video of the Terran that, ripped a portal in space, they had a double-chained blade sword. Blade sword. Yes, that's exactly what a sword is.
Double blade chainsaw.
Blade sword.
Getting into a little bit of that queer speak. Be careful.
The double chain sword. However, the captain is a single chain with 2 sets of teeth instead of the normal 1 chain, 1 set of teeth that you would have been given in the Terran military.
I don't really recognize any of these, but there was a video I saw of what looked like a Terran opening a portal, and he had one of those, except it had 2 chains, 2 sets on it. And she's gonna point to the chain sword.
Alright, so you've seen Daxon in video form at least.
Daxon.
None of these other things. No bells, not ringing anything for you.
They seem familiar, but I don't know why.
Well, they should. Standard Terran military equipment, modified, special interests, unique units, disbanded units. They'll pick up the jacket, kind of thinking on it for a second before putting it on. And I'll start putting the items back into the creation engine.
Because I remember I was issued a normal chainsword when I was in. And I would carry it around with me along with my gun.
Once he's put all of the items into creation engine, he places his hand over the screen again and it beeps in an annoyed tone and closes the door.
Yeah, sure. Just use me when it's convenient. Literally, its reason for existing.
Exactly. And the captain mumbles something to himself about being fined 1 hour's pay for loitering. And then he looks up to you. Well, I think you should try to keep yourself safe and maybe stick to the safer parts of the exonet for now. We'll see if we can't do something about your sleeping situation on one of the roleplay planets. They usually have a more firm understanding of how the deeper systems interact.
Okay, and can I show you something, Captain?
Sure, and I'll shrug.
She's gonna get her computer and she's gonna show him that video that she found.
Yeah, I've seen this video a couple of times. This is when they glassed Daxon.
Daxon?
Don't worry about it. If none of those things I showed you made any sort of sense, then he's not someone you should worry about. You'd die before you even met them.
Okay. Alright, thank you, Cap. And did the Terrans still use the normal hand salute? Or did they have another salute?
Nobody uses the hand to forehead salute anymore. They just stand up more straight with their hands placed behind them and their heels together, you know. It's like at attention, but
Yeah.
yeah.
They use their left hand, but their palm facing out.
Shot.
They can tell if you're using the wrong hand.
Just got Raven kind of walking by with the wrong salute as they just kind of little steppies by. Just ding, 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 ding.
Well, if we get into a scrap out here, I expect you to jump on a gun, since you've probably got the best aim out of everyone here.
Alright, no problem, Captain. Whatever you need done, I'll get it.
Yeah, when we get to the planet, we're probably gonna need to set up a sort of impromptu camp, something that's not gonna cost too much and can be taken down quickly.
Yeah. So, we're gonna probably need our suits for this planet, aren't we?
If what I've been told is correct, not really. The planet's got a high enough oxygen level for everyone present, and high enough levels of the other gases that they breathe. It's just heavy. We don't expect any sapient species that develop on this planet to actually be able to make it to space on their own, since the gravity well is so high that the fuel cost would be so immense that the rocket would weigh too much to make it.
Fair enough.
There's been a few prospects of interest in the species here in a few millennia if they manage to develop a form of sapience and get to a technological point that they can become self-sustaining. And those interests are, of course, the more well-off species, those that can afford to create a space elevator, get the species out into the upper atmospheres, and get them working on space stations and repairing ships.
Okay.
But if we find out that everything there is just, some dumb animal with minimal social interactions, then, well, could always just mine the planet for exotic, flora.
Butter.
Maybe some interesting fauna. Keep as pets for the rich and the powerful.
Yeah.
Or slippery
Anyway,
glue.
thanks for the talk, Captain. I'll be sure to stay safe.
Yeah, no problem. And he'll walk you back to the common area. The Twoidle will look up from some notepad that they had formed with 4 of those floating stone-shaped pieces of metal. They'll look to the captain, and the captain will look to them and kind of slow down their walk. You won't be keeping any pets. I forbid the use of Clause 38. Oh, damn it. But if it follows me home, I get to keep it still. You mustn't contact the native species of an unexplored planet. You are not inoculated. Yeah.
Don't worry. We're not gonna purposefully go out and look for any locals.
Yeah, totally not.
I might keep a flower if it's possible.
Only touch
Flowers are
something if
species.
you intend to bring it on the ship.
Okay. Maybe we can find Raven a shiny rock since he likes shiny things.
There
Just-
should be an abundance of naturally pure crystalline structures on the surface. I can't imagine too many of the species would have much interest in it.
Crystals? Pretty. All right, Captain. I'm gonna go back on 29 gag and post. She's gonna kind of give his shoulder a pat and go back to her computer and manually use the keys again.
Oh, you're using the laptop again? Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Ah!
Jade, turn your porn down.
Not porn. It's my VI. Don't make me come in there. You.
Don't make me come in there, you naughty VI. I'll spank you. That's what I'll do.
It's just like, don't make me come in there, you little minx.
You fucking moon-faced Fuda, bitch. I'll come in there. I'll rewrite your code. Yes, I will. What the fuck did I just moon-faced Fuda? What?
Oh no.
You good there with him?
Is there something we need to talk about there?
Listen, okay, it's been a long time since I've had the chance to use a creative insult like square-faced camel fucker, alright?
Anyway.
See, Raven likes it. Okay. So that will constitute 1 days of travel. On the second days of travel, the medical bot will have finished printing and assembling a blank brain slate. Citroen, the next instructions set tells you to start giving it a list of search terms, essentially, just like a list of words that you think are going to be coming up the most frequently around it, so that it can start developing a vocabulary.
Just why does my vagina hurt?
Why does what?
My vagina hurt. He has no idea, but he feels like, well, that'll come up at some point.
Why does burn while pee?
Instructions unclear. How to remove dick from toaster.
What?
Instructions unclear. Accidentally robbed a blood bank. Yeah.
There's a hair tie wrapped around my penis and it's been hard for 4 hours. Help?
Burn. Magical based injuries.
38 plus 2 weeks. Pregnant.
Spontaneous pregnancy.
Why do I feel like that last one was in quotation marks and spontaneous?
Lip related injury.
Fuck right off there, bud.
Can oo have horny while pregnant?
Horn to chest related injuries. What? He just goes and finds Vivian and just, Vivian, help me. I need a vocabulary of things to teach the VI. That is probably going to happen. I've already got all of the ones related to sudden pregnancies and maternal leave and things like that, and slipping to stupidity, or on messes 1 week. So I've got all of the Jade related injuries out of the way.
Okay, so what you're looking for are more along the lines of inflicted injuries.
Yeah.
So probably various wounds from getting shot or stabbed or beaten.
Oh yeah,
Look
put the
up ones on
basics in
stun
there.
tasers. Or I got taser clubs.
gliding related injuries.
Thank you.
It's like fall-related injuries.
In
And I don't think it's going to occur to her at all that people might get burned.
No. You've never experienced burn.
So
they've
what-
already got that on there because they knew that Vivian will let the burn injuries just over their head. And then they'll take a minute and they'll reach back and gently touch Vivian, stabbed by glass and ceramic injuries.
It's like
My cat
stabbed
is
by ceramic
pointy.
fur injuries.
My cat is pointy in the wrong areas and injuries.
You
Like,
absolutely will not pet the cat wrong.
Oh my god, my hand looks like burger. Just
Okay.
oh god. Vivian does the weird little wiggly skin thing that cats can do and horses do and such, and it's just your hand just kind of.
Derg, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, Derg, not Dark.
Oh. Fine.
I can send you
Okay.
something too if you want Dark.
But yeah, I thought you had, like, questions that you didn't want other people butting in on or something, man. I thought it was special.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Hold on. Well, there's something.
Les asks me questions in DM.
Constantly because I always have a new question to ask.
There is one I'm gonna ask.
Well, no, it's too late now.
Oh,
Picture makes me mad.
What picture?
You don't drill speed holes in your car's radiator. It's not how that works.
what is this one gonna do?
I sent you the question, Dark.
Oh, okay.
The
Mad.
artificial intelligence that that game has starting to get out of hand. Alright. As Citrun is developing the dialogue for the VI, and he's putting in like 2/3 serious injuries, but 1/3 injuries related to being promiscuous, so it understands the kind of people that are on board, but knows that there's conflict-based injuries. And then there's injuries that, are just kind of like they're habitual ones that come up from his past. Things like, stabbed by ritual knife, dismembered, sacrificed pieces of the body, horn breaks, tooth breaks, removal of jaw, punishment, sandworm accidentally ate tail, sandworm accidentally ate baby, sandworm accidentally ate me.
Sandworm accidentally ate sandworm, and now there is an ever-increasing void of blackness that is swallowing anything that comes into contact with it.
My toes ran over by land sifter.
And Sifter run over by sandworm.
That is, you say that as a
Possible.
joke, but he's seen that happen. He's seen that happen when he was in the distance, and it was terrifying. I mean, it was a small sifter, but still, like the size of a ship.
Just squinch. Oh,
Squimchy. But Derg, the holes in the radiator allow more airflow.
that's not how that works.
You gotta put a chip in your engine
Mad.
block, make it go faster.
No. See what you do to increase the efficiency of the radiator, right? You take a nice flat piece of material and you flatten all those fins down, and then you drill
Oh my
holes
god.
through it.
Shut up. Oh my god.
Just
Oh, I
make-
got you put sugar in the gas tank to make it go faster.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck your injectors, I guess, but no, god.
No. It's like those. You guys remember those Hot Wheels toys that you could put anything in the engine and it would make it go? It would, like, burn it. Yeah, like hot sauce was the best thing to put in it. Just dump a bottle of hot sauce in your engine tank. It's all good.
No, remember, if you want to get the best lubrication for your engine, just put in a bottle of cooking oil.
True.
I mean, you could use rubber cement too.
WD-40.
WD-40 engine.
Just
Yes,
dump in a
optimize.
whole bottle, a whole can of it.
WD-40 is not a lubricating oil. It is a solvent and a water displacer. Do not listen to this bad advice.
Oh, okay.
You're right,
Put
TV
some
blaster.
oil in there instead. Cutting oil.
Don't. I mean, maybe. It's high
Wait, no, it's
temperature
not
and high
cutting oil.
stress.
That's penetrating oil and rust-eating material.
Don't. It's a
I just wrote the
catalyzing
guy.
agent.
Just
It's like
get a 55-gallon drum of lube and just dump some of it in.
Yeah, just
Hey, Vivi.
make
That's
your
what you
run
got the
car
high
on.
temperature stuff.
Just run your car on Bad Dragon lube. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the exhaust would smell like AIDS. AIDS mixed with death.
No. Instead of transition oil,
Transmission.
transmission oil. you
Transitional oil. Literally,
Transmission fluid.
every femboy would like to know where you hide that.
I found a fucking bottle that was mislabeled transition oil. Okay.
Like,
I was at an Ace and I really wanted to buy it.
You should have.
It's like I'm casting this in resin. I'm gonna glue it to the underside of a bridge and just take a picture and put the coordinates to it and just watch.
Okay, so he's built up a decent dictionary of interesting words, but doctors see the weirdest shit, so no different for the VI.
Bird will return momentarily.
Okay.
And now it may be time for him to spray Vivian.
Uh-oh.
Do not hump the cat.
Can't stop him. It was mostly be just to see what happens. He needs to test the efficacy on someone who isn't a complete horn dog.
That would be the chance to do it when she's distracted.
But it's not
Just
Clamaris mating season yet.
Just a single spritz.
And he doesn't coat them, but he just takes the little tiny spray bottle that he may or may not have purchased before the station, became that direction. I was trying to remember the
Sure,
proper
I'll
sequence
allow
of
it.
words. I was trying to remember that he purchased before they left the station, but you see, the problem is the word "left" just vanished for a moment. So I had to tiptoe. I had to circle around like prey or animal right there and find the ass end, basically the general theme of what I was trying to say. Fuck.
Just like in the middle of your sentence, half of your dictionary disappears, and you're like, well,
Fucking
better
God.
make do.
I made the mistake of looking at a Stellaris ad on the computer, and then it's like, ooh, is it time to oppress the neighbor? But yeah, just a little tiny spritz of the same general concoction he's made.
Alright, so Vivian, your lust is going to go up by 3d12.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the concentrate you made, right? Or,
that's right.
Or is
Nah.
this the just straight body sweat?
It's the concentrate that he made, and
Then
that's
it's gonna
currently
be
in the
3d12.
sprayer that he's basically cutting with oil. So it's like 3/4 of it is just like in oil, and the
Alright,
rest is
so
just his sweat
I got a
concentrate.
23.
Alright, your lust goes up from 0 to 23 suddenly.
And so full disclosure,
So
do you feel anything? Like, was that effective to change your mood?
so once she finishes blinking in confusion, she's like, yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is very awkward.
You'll be fine, right? You're not like Jade, who needs to go rub one out every 25 seconds or something.
no, Jay, don't do that.
He's returned.
We shall see about that. She's basically gonna fidget uncomfortably.
I seem to have made an error.
Oh, Do what about sprained wingies?
Oh, sprained wing injuries, mauled to death by Philadelphia injury.
That's a little personal.
That's for me.
Flesh has been flayed off by Flemaris fur.
He doesn't really know what to do here, so just kind of dare.
It's just off in the background as Jade's on the ship posting site. Just every time she hits the enter button.
I have
Come on.
nothing to do with it. You want me to go spray Jade? Would that make you less horny or something? Would that amuse you?
That could be funny, but
Hmm.
she's kind of going quiet and like, maybe I should go shower.
I think you should go shower.
Well, as you walked by, you would have seen Ravens snugging up underneath that hammock and getting ready to jab one of his flight feathers and Jade's booty through the hammock.
Okay, I'm
Like
glad
the
to know
quill
it
hand.
worked.
Huh?
Um,
So does he jab Jade in the booty with a claw or quill, whatever?
Let me do a roll. 1 second.
Because he can hear it coming from the computer. Just every time he hears that, however you hit the enter key, just
Yeah.
Roll d4 says 3, so yes. Waits for the next and then jabs the pokey bit of the feather into booty cheek, and then immediately scrambles to run.
you little.
You can't get me, I'm faster!
Phew.
Again, skitters up wall and grabs one of the inverted, in the event of inversion handles.
You gotta sleep sometime. I don't.
I know, but your memory overloads if I take long enough.
Uh-huh.
Also, you might want to remove that feather from your booty cheek. It'll make sitting down weird.
She's gonna reach under the hammock and pull the feather out.
It's
This is mine now.
okay, I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. I should clarify. Knife injuries. Clarification. Puncture wound / wound. Jagged injury. Yes. Blunt force trauma. Crushing and crushing pretty bad. Testicular torsion, whatever that is. It was right here in the recommended Karen dialogue.
It's when someone punches you in the gut so hard that it twists one of your internal testes around.
You punch Citron in the gut and twist his internal testy around. Guess who's getting their organs donated to fix it? He's about to pull the communism card and make it our spine. So,
Yeah. Hey,
Deboning
go ahead and roll me
and-
a 1d12.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
You got 11 points hornier.
Huh?
You are 11 points hornier.
I think this
Yes.
is working, the captain. Well, he'd probably kill me.
Put that up to 11. Okay.
Last thing Citron wants is to get in a horn lock contest with John. He did that once with his dad and wound up on the ceiling.
If I got some ink, I could probably use
Imagining Zitrun locked horns with John, and Zitrun's just trying to jerk and flip themselves out of John's horns.
It's just so many fucking corpse!
John's just like sipping a coffee. So how's everyone else's morning going?
He trapped me in this. He told me it was a sign of appreciation.
You know,
This is the notorious moose I hear about.
Jade is going to make a note in her computer to check the security feeds on the station if they're still there when they get back. The security cameras from when they were on.
Okay.
What is it? I've had
Just unchecked.
holy shit! I've had
Security
8 32-ounce glasses of ice water, and I haven't maintained hydration at all. Fuck.
That sounds like
That sounds like more than a stomach bug. That sounds like your actual cells are using up all that fucking water.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because like I'm not over the sickness completely. Whatever it is, it's that shit you get from hospitals because they don't know how to
Yeah?
wash their hands. No, if it was staff, it'd be worse. It'd only be getting worse. It wouldn't be getting better.
yeah, that's true. Staff's fucking nasty.
Yeah, the staff are like inside of people. That's way worse. Not in that way. This isn't a your abortion was a success except your credit card was declined situation, okay?
I see. More things from Jade's text folder.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Nope.
100%.
Fucking God, could you imagine in the future when, like, you could actually preserve an aborted fetus to the point where, like, all you need is the first 4 cells that get produced, and then you can grow the rest of the child in, like, a tube. And then now, instead of, first 4 weeks and there's a heartbeat, I'm alive, arguments that they make, it's like, first mitosis, I'm alive. Like, no, get out of here. Fucking.
There's no brain activity, there's no heartbeat, no.
Once there's a heartbeat, that's where I gotta draw the line. Other than that, brother, or rather,
as a
once the
tumor.
brain is active, yeah.
I don't even really consider it more than like an extra organ until it's actually detached, because up until that point, biologically speaking, it's no different than an organ.
I mean,
More
at
parasitic
some
that point.
point, you gotta start coloring it murder instead of convenience. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yeah,
sure,
moving on.
and that point
I
has
can
been.
I can get charged for
moved
murdering a dog, but by the logic, it's dumber than a baby.
Yeah, but that's also
saying.
I
like.
don't know, there's some pretty dumb babies.
All right, a pug.
We probably shouldn't have this conversation while we're being recorded.
That was a
People
weird
could get
spiral.
very
Can we
heated over
move
this
on?
topic.
Yeah, moving on.
Just saying, I have a very
Nipples.
non-emotional opinion of this topic.
Guys.
Ow! I'm okay.
We're gonna.
I don't know, it doesn't sound like you're okay. It's also
there's,
the end of the session.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Here, I've got something that'll is a perfect
so you know
segue
how you
away
like
from this
when
stuff.
you're rolling. You know how when you're rolling, you roll like you're like yeah, and you just like get comfy and do like that torso first spin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
one
I
that
did
should
that.
by all rates break your spine.
I did that, and then it took me a second to realize that thunk that I felt midway through was the fucking corner of my bedpost.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It all came right. It was a very. It's because it's the little sheet metal ones, the little angle iron. Fuck off! I hate it. It was because it hit me for the elbows. It hit me like halfway up, right there, and now it won't stop.
Just
Ding.
ah!
It's
one of
not
those pains you
painful.
describe as a buzz.
It's just like Sprite has been injected into my muscle.
Very nice about it. I have Gen 0.
Oh, snap.
I unfortunately do not have it downloaded anymore.
Oh my
It was
god.
on my hard drive.
That's fucking.
What the Spice
Well-
Club do have Call of Duty too.
Welcome to Darkcast. We transition away from abortion topics by talking about physical pain.
It's not talking about it. I experienced it. Fuck off.
You know those packing peanuts that look like a little like lazy
They're
cashew?
delicious.
They are made of starch, and I'm gonna lick one and stick it to your left testicle.
I
It
will eat
stick there like glue.
every one of them. Don't
You're talking
fucking
about
worry.
like the ones that look like circus penis, or the one that looks like S?
circus penis.
Wait, what the fuck?
You
Is that
mean
what-
circus
Punk
peanut?
punk,
Yeah,
take your fucking orange nose off before you start.
Yeah. Circus
My
penis.
mouth has betrayed me twice tonight. Okay.
You're not
Problem with that
supposed to.
is
You're not supposed to bite the circus penis.
when your head looks like a clown's nose, that usually means you got chlamydia.
Oh.
You're gonna
Okay, but what
notice
if it looks
a
like the
yellow
clown's
tip.
afro, though?
You need to shave a little. Oh God.
It means you need to
Good
spend
job.
a little less time at the rave. Okay, why
That was
can't we
an
be this
interesting-
funny in the session?
Because
Because these are very serious decisions that need to be made.
I mean, we could keep going if you wanted, unless you got something to do tomorrow.
I gotta sleep.
they gotta sleep like a weakling.
Okay. Right.
I gotta.
But Shade.
I gotta fucking run that subroutine where I predict the future and then forget all about it 5 minutes after waking up. And then later, when it's actually happening, I'll go, hey, wait a second, this is that thing that I had a dream about. And then I'll not remember what I did, and then I won't be able to change the outcome, and I'll be like, fuck!
And you'll remember like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, that happens to me.
It's like I'm doing a thing that I've definitely never done before, because it'll be like about a brand new game that just came out. And then, like, oh yeah, I remember doing this.
And then you're like, what happened next? Because you're recalling it in real time.
Yeah,
You're like-
it's like, what happened next as you're recalling the events as they're happening? And it's like, okay, but can we speed that up a little bit, brain? So what happens
No.
next? And then you get to the end of the instance, it's like, damn it!
Ow.
Fucking respawn points IRL really fucks with your sense of time, doesn't it?
I have had times where like, one specific time I was working at Taco Bell at the time, and a customer walked up, and I got one of those flashes of the future, and so I saw basically the screen and what he'd ordered, and so after that I typed in what I saw, and then I like, wait, he hasn't said anything yet, so I deleted it, and then he ordered what I typed in. Damn it.
Damn it, could have saved myself time.
So I should have just left it up there and I just added to my deletions.
Nah, fast food can get fucked.
For real, like, we've had the technology to replace the entirety of the fast food staff for like 40 years now, maybe longer, but
Yeah.
people want people to make their orders, even though they get the order wrong.
Yes,
But the
because
machine might not cook it right, and I want it cooked by an 18-year-old that probably fucking
Yeah, I'm
hates
just
me for
saying.
existing.
you lay off all the people at once, it's your fault when suddenly they are literally using the Washington Monument to penetrate your ass.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes,
saying we
because-
need less jobs. I'm just saying, like, we've had the technology to at least assist them somewhat. Working a lush rush hurts.
You have to keep the stupid people where stupid people are, because stupid people in numbers do shit. Like, I don't know, build a
Have you ever
dam.
been- Have you ever been to Florida?
Yes, actually, I
Hey,
have
live
been to Florida.
Yeah, yes, I've never been to the place that I inhabit.
Well, I haven't actually gone outside and experienced Florida man myself, but that's because I used to be that man.
I mean, as someone who lives in Texas, I can tell you firsthand
Or
that you
sorry, we have
only get
Florida woman now, don't we? I should use that instead.
either way. I think Texas needs the Sunshine Act too, so we can see all the stupid shit that happens here.
For real, all the states need it, especially California. I would love to read the Sunshine Act from California.
It would just be sad. Like, it would just be depressing.
You can live here for only $5,000 a month. What's wrong with you people?
Why is that in the Sunshine Act? Because it needs to be.
It
It
needs
needs
to
to
be.
be said.
This needs to be said.
And then like New York, just if you got 30 grand a month, you can stay here.
In a shoebox.
This is a broom closet in your apartment. Yeah.
You must not want to sleep somewhere tonight.
If you break a law of government, you will go to prison. But if you break a law of physics, go to Sweden. A Nobel Prize is waiting for you.
Or you go directly to the Forever Box.
You turn yourself face down and head directly to the graveyard.
You go
Damn it, I
directly
lost one.
to the realm.
I'm
you
gonna
suck.
I'm gonna send you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I fucking love you. He's awesome. Can we just appreciate the movie and shit where they were on the game show and all he did was watch alien soap operas the entire fucking time?
Yeah.
He's such a good dude.
Fucking Hugh, man. He's got two interests in life: pie and ducks.
There's
man.
nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah,
The
one
man
of those
knows what he
interests.
likes.
One of those interests is the entire reason Jimmy exists.
Yep. Yep.
I will be back. I need to eat food and use the restroom. Not necessarily in that
Well,
order.
We're
However, I
probably
am
gonna call the
German, so
session
I'll be
here, nerd.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can just go ahead and leave, and then go do your